Hello, hello, hello! How is everybody doing out there this evening? Right, well, I have a moment. How's everybody doing? All right. So, as I'm sure you're all aware, oh boy, we have an update first. We're continuing with our Masochist run. We've been doing all right. They have no defense. Junk Warrior. That is Speed Warrior. Oddly enough. Ring of Destruction. Earth. No? Dark? Okay. You're expected to know that one because it's yeah, several of these are just the cards that you get in some of the tutorial decks. What? World Chalice card of some variety. It's one of those weird technicalities. I don't like it. I don't like it. Dual Assembworm. How am I supposed to know that? How am I supposed to know any of that? Can I was trying some older card? I believe it's Shard of Greed. That's the one that gets shard counters and then you cash those into draw cards. This is a 6. off a guess. Saw this. It's dark. This is Threatening Roar, another very old card. It's a dark monster. We're just going. We might as well. We don't have anything better to do while we wait. Apparently this is Dual Assembworm. Womvel Urquiza. Sure. Lord D. Kind of fascinating card if you think about it too hard. Counter trap. Decode. What is this? Jelly Cannon? Let's go with Jelly Cannon. That's gotta be an Earth. It's also dark? Donk Synchro. It's gotta be a dark, right? Everything important is either dark or light. Lava Battle Guard. I feel like Trister is the name of a card, but probably not one that appears here. 5,000 was the highest ever for a very, very long time. It's certainly taking its sweet time updating today. Now we know that's a dark for some reason. It's gotta be a 5. Wanna know how I guess? Because I'm guessing you can put it together with a. It mentions level 2 monsters, meaning once played with level 2 monsters, and I'm betting. Because I know that it is part of an archetype. And it is not necessarily the big boss for that archetype. I'm betting that you are kind of intended to combine it with another level 2 to make level 7. Because level 7s and 8s have always kind of been a big deal. Kachikochi Dragon. I doubt they gave you numbers. We know this. We know this. We know this. Actually, no one who used Silver's Cry. That one's relatively famous. So weird. That's a warrior. Now, to be fair, Yu-Gi-Oh! It said warrior in the name. That's not always a guarantee with Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Sometimes they will just be wrong. We know this. I wonder who's putting these questions together. It's such an odd mix. Uh-oh, Power of Dragons, Link Generation, because nobody cares about Xyz. That's just the name of your deck. Xyz would be interesting, but I don't think that they didn't do that, and nobody cares about Pendulum, so it's gotta be Link Generation. You technically don't have to tribute a monster to tribute summon, because there's effects that let you just do it and count it as a tribute summon. They are special summon monsters, this is true. Dark, apparently. There's some very deep questions among these, and some very not. Like, it's a strange collection of trivia. Neither. Because that's not... That's lame. Just over that. They do have no levels. They're the only kind of monster that doesn't have a level. Trunk Synchron. Is a 3. Because you can pair it with a 2 to get out Junk Warrior, which we've established as a 5. So the questions somehow still are getting slightly progressively harder. Called Haunted, very famous. Warrior. Definitely could have been Psychic or Cybers, but it's not. I think Kamikochi Dragon is a rock. No, it's a dragon? Okay, cool. Kachikochi Dragon. Gaia Saber. Sure. Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth, is a synchro monster. The Gaia the Fierce Knight is a regular monster. This is an 8. MST. You can't do a battle phase on your first turn. Cybers. This was a Cybers monster. A lot of the early Link stuff, if it wasn't specific to something, just was Cybers. This is another example of just a card that is well known. So this was apparently also dark? Why? Lanforinkus. Four. Because it's designed to go with all the all the onomatopoeia stuff that is all 4s and 8s. I know it's not Mirror Force or Defense Straw. I don't know what this card is. I think it's Half Shot. Dark. So here's a good opportunity to just go ahead and explain what this means. In case I haven't already. There are 3 spell speeds. There's effect cards that are spell speed 1, which is effectively sorcery speed. This is the activation of regular monster effects, of regular spells cards. These all have a spell speed of 1. You can chain the spell speed 1 things together, but you can't go. But once you advance, oh no, you can't just chain them willy-nilly. It has to all be like caused to be that way. So not normally. You basically consider it sorcery speed. Normal traps and quick play spells and other quick abilities, like quick effects on monsters and such, are spell speed 2, so they can be done in reaction to things or on your opponent's turn. And finally, the only spell speed 3 thing is counter traps. I know Labyrinth Wall is a monster, actually. Dimensional Barrier is a regular spell. Wall of Revealing Light is, I think, a trap. I think it's Sorcerer's Spell Wall. This is a World Chalice card. Therefore, it must be the only World Chalice card available. 3? 3. 2. Okay. Xyz Summoning. So, the reason for this is that Xyz Summoning is kind of weird. With all these other kinds of summonings, you normally put the material in the graveyard, or if it specifies otherwise, you put it wherever it says it goes. With Xyz summons, you put the material underneath the monster you summoned. $1,900, that's just something I know. It also appears in the starter decks as well. Ooh. You need 1 tribute for a 5 or 6, and 2 for a 7 to 10. Oh, I'm really ready for this to be done. I'm gonna just chill out a minute. How are you doing? Come on now, computer. Come on now. We can play this game, definitely. Excuse me. Good. It finally finished. We can begin. Let us go! Woo! Oh no. Oh, thank goodness. We dodged the pack yet again. Sure. Go away. Go away. Let's hop right in. So a new season has started, which means we've been kicked back down to beginner. Oh wait, hold on. Oh. We seem to have hit a minor issue. I forgot to swap to my Masochist account. I'm not gonna go totally off stream. But this will require a moment. Let me know if you have any thoughts for what I should do screen-wise while these sorts of interruptions happen. I don't like just leaving y'all on a black screen. That feels unfun. I would rather give y'all something to look at. But I'm not sure what yet. So, again. Alright, that's much better. I wonder if somebody's made a Twitch integration for it. Hold on. Oh no, we didn't avoid them. So we're gonna have to draw this and then see if it'll let us decraft these. Wait, I'm sorry, these are bad. Hold on, what was this pack? What was this that it gave me? Oh, I see. So 4 Master Pack cards. 3 regular cards. Or 3 cards from the specific pool. So this feature card pool. I think we will clear them. Just because I would rather not deal with whatever's going on here. Oh yeah, these latter 4 are super... Yep. I got no problem with that. Alright, time to get into the games. New season, so we drop back down to the bottom of our tier. to the bottom of bronze. It's not. It doesn't drop you immediately back to beginner, only if you've been a while. All right, we may have a minute. Why was I permitted to go first? They must be trying to combo off. There's no other viable reason. You can't get 2 monsters out on the field. It doesn't matter? Well, hold on, it does. It's something. It lets me summon the Archfiend Commander. Yep, that's fine. That's gonna be the turn. Can't actually activate my trap card right now, but that's as fine as it was gonna be. Okay, so we have more of a chance than we thought. We gotta go to combat. That's our only way to get anything done. Oh? What would that do? No. Okay. We're zoning out a Dark Magician. What else do you have? Because they're not going to stop here. Also, I did find there is a Twitch extension for Master Duel. So we'll look at getting that set up for next stream. Not right now, of course, but... Okay. Well. Rough. But manageable. I know he can recur it endlessly, but I'd rather take the material off the board and force him to do something to get it back. Like, this deck specializes in bringing Dark Magician back at the blink drop of a hat, but like, we might be on a path where we can potentially win. But right now we just kind of have to wait it out. Yeah. We've probably lost here. No, I'm not gonna activate. No, I'm gonna go ahead and concede. I don't win this. No, there's just no way. So we're gonna just move on to the next, and that's fine. We'll go first. Alright, this is interesting. Another Dark Magician deck? Did it have to be? Uh-huh. All right, our turn. I don't have a great way to protect my cards here. So we're just gonna do the best we can. No, no need to activate now. And if them thinking I had something means they play it a little worse, all the better for me. It's like they play a weaker line. Yep. Nope. I would love to get a Performer Foul in the deck just so that I can trigger this burst effect and negate an attack. Okay. Sure. Sure. Do I have one to summon? I'll try to activate it, sure, why not? I lose nothing from trying. Huh? I've lost for sure, but like, don't we'll sit through it even. We have lost for sure. That was not in question. first? Oh, I hit first. Ugh. This is bad. Oh, we're gonna... Are we losing, like, Edison to Edison now? I can imagine. Oh, well, they played cards, so I'm gonna count it. Print. Ah. Stop. Stop. One. A win's a win, for sure. Excuse me. That's a synchro. Is that a usable synchro? Okay. Possibly. Tuner doesn't have to be specific, only the non-tuner does. That's good. We like to see it. Doesn't do anything. If I get sub-terrors, they're gonna be scary, but no. Really? That could be something. That's an odd choice. That could be something. Like, any recursion whatsoever is suspect for play. Ooh. What was the first thing I really ended up using? I want to say that I just didn't for a while, for most of the time I was originally playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Because I never played it, as you know, I never played it real competitively. But, I think I just never got the concentrate, like, enough tuners and... No, I know what it is. Guy of the Fierce Knight. I still have a really old beat-up copy of it, because I used it, like, for whatever reason, it started, like, coming apart, and so I had to tape it back together, but it still made the extra deck. This doesn't do anything. That's a Blackluster Soldier ritual spell. Amazon ritual spell. Or Amazon card. Oh? Oh, requires Fire Fist monsters. That's not happening. Okay. It was just like a 2600 attack point guy. And when you're playing effectively by playground rules, there's not a lot that can beat a 2600 guy. Or, sorry, Gaia the force of Earth, but still. Alright, let's take a look at how these can help our deck. We're definitely swatting Avenging Knight Parshath in. We have a number of tuners just coincidentally. Adamancipator, Eccentric Boy. I want to say there's one or two others. No, Penguin Squire counts. Fun. And we have a bunch of light monsters anyway, so that actually works out quite well for us. We're obviously not using that, nor these. Do I have any Subterrors? Oh. Interesting. No, I don't think it's like this is a level 10. I like this having a synergy card with it does not justify running a level 10. I do think Dwimmered Path could be worth playing though. None of them are the ones that have activation stuff. But Eccentric, we'll try it. We'll try it. It's more worthwhile than some of the cards I'm running. I've never even actually seen this card come up. It could be good, but I've never actually seen it come up. Of my 3 tributes, I think I'm gonna ditch Cosmo Forerunner. It just doesn't do anything compared to the other 2 which can. And the ability to do anything is kind of a big deal here. I don't know what the actual good ones are, but the fact that this is actually, like, put it on field, huge. Oh, in fact, I only have 1 in deck. No, I can't run it for only 1 in deck. Unfortunate. Because I do kind of want to run it. Even Hastor's a lizard. But I think this is what the deck looks like now. And honestly, I'm comfortable with that. We made a couple of reasonable upgrades. And that's all you can really expect from any one pack in this format. Nothing huge, no like... Rarely in this sort of challenge do you see anything earth-shattering. You're just hoping for incremental, small buffs. Going first. Okay. Where's the spellcaster? None of these are spellcasters, so I'm not getting that off. Is there anything else that I think I can try? Unfortunate, because I do have the Archfiend Commander. I think I summoned the Dracovelo. Because if they end up killing him, running him over, then I'll have a... It'll at least put a second body on the field that I can hopefully keep. We're dead. We're so dead. Oh, we're so dead. We're not even questionably dead. We're so dead. The question is, do they OTK me? Please OTK me, that'd be so funny. That would be so funny. Just kill me. You're like 100. You're 100 off. You gotta be able to put up 100 more attack points, right? Surely. Hey, that is 100 more attack points. Time to die. They've had me for ages. It's taken them forever to actually finish me off. Alright. Moving right along. No need to delay. We could just go right into the next one. Icy Edge Wedded in the Shadow. What does that... how do you get that as a title? That's such an odd and specific title. Also sounds vaguely horny. Okay, best we can hope for here is Mad Hacker. Steal a monster. No. We're gonna wait. We're gonna hold until time. Oh, yeah, okay, why not? This is gonna get evaporated anyway. So it doesn't super matter, but... We're going infinite. Well, not infinite. These guys have actual limits on them, but we're still going however far they feel they need to go. They have summoned everything in defense mode for some reason. I don't know what they're afraid of. Oh, that's a bear on the floor, which means that's a loss. Good game, everybody. Time to pack up and go home. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see the need to continue. Moving right along then. The one good thing about these is that they're generally quick, which means we can move on to the next one real fast. Go first. It at least gives me the opportunity to do some setup. Such as it is. Okay. That's better than I normally do. We'll do petting sets. Pedinkasul? petting says so. Also, I fixed it. It will actually give... Sorry, I thought I hit the button. It will actually give a notification to everybody when I go live on the Discord. So that should be good for people. Oh. Alright. Time to get comboed into the sun by Blue Eyes this time. At least there's variation in approach. You know? I can appreciate that. Why wouldn't I? I like you, and you're not gonna get. You're not gonna make people watch your stuff otherwise. You're just gonna be quiet in your corner and presume that nobody's interested in what you're doing. I'm interested in what you're doing. I want to see when you're doing it. Yeah, but I want to see you doing things. And there was no way that I was ever actually going to get notified. I trust Twitch notifications about as much as I trust YouTube notifications, which is exactly 0. Why would you do that? What? That seems like such an odd thing to do. Why would you... Did they just auto-click? Alright. Time to execute on my advantage. Sure. Oh, was the goal to put it into Banish so that you could get it back with the kit? Like, that's all I can guess. Thank you for the quick removal. Hey! How are you doing? We are currently doing... So we are doing Master Duel. This is... unfortunately, we are not playing in a normal, regular, or healthy way. This is a Masochist run. So we are not doing too hot right now. Our deck is mostly garbage. So it's probably not worth playing. If your goal is to like play against something worth playing, this ain't it. I do appreciate the offer though, and would be down to do so if you really want. You will absolutely demolish this trash. Just wanted to make it clear though. Okay. Oh, speaking of, we've lost here. I don't think we have a way to recover from, like, Mirror Jade. Partially because I don't think we have any just, like, direct card removal. Oh. Can't actually special that. At which point I think I have this lost, so I'm gonna go ahead and concede this. Again, this is a Masochist run. So we're using exclusively what we've gotten from Master Packs so far. I can absolutely show you what we're working with. We're currently working with this pile of hot garbage. We are in the process of all of the cards in the deck can be played. It's terrible. All of the cards in the deck can be played. And that is honestly the first step as far as I'm concerned. It is a good place to be at to start with. So one of the things we're looking out for, in my opinion, the two things that you are looking out for the most at this stage of the game is advantage and removal. So any way to like get more like bodies on field or get more like cards in hand is helpful. So like Salamander Catalyzer is the sort of advantage we're honestly comfortable with taking. It's getting worse the longer this goes, to the point that it might be on the table for cutting soon, but there's plenty of cards that are way above it in terms of what to cut. I would put in Link Monsters, but we haven't pulled any. These were in the starter decks, and so we're not allowed to use them. But like, technically the only blue that I have access to is this Gishki Cyclone. And that's awful. Like, I know in theory you can loop this, because like there's certain old Gishki combos, but I don't have Gishki cards, I just have that, so it's garbage that I cannot use. Similar with a lot of the like spell and trap cards that I have access to. Most of them are extremely archetype focused. Exterio's Fang is a Maturia card. Volcanic is a Volcanic's card. I'd be down to play tomorrow, but again, I'm not messing. Like, I technically have a regular Master Duel account. I haven't touched it in years. I could throw something together if I really wanted to, but tomorrow, what we're looking to be doing, we're going to be starting with a little bit of Rivals, and then we've been doing a longer through of Blueprints, and so that's what we're looking forward to doing tomorrow. But yeah, I'll still be here in 19 minutes if you wanna, if you're taking a minute. I'll probably just hop into another round or two while I wait. Just cause we gotta get, like, the only way to get this to improve, our only viable way to improve this deck. Nice. Now you gotta wait for all the things that insist downloads after you download it, unfortunately. I did forget, we do actually have some legacy packs available, so we're gonna crack those right quick. I hate waiting for these little 2-card packs to pop, so we are gonna skip straight here. Hold up! Yo! This is a Synchro we can summon. Yo! This is good! For our standards, this is great. I love this. So is Trident Warrior. What? Is this level 3 specifically? Yes. Okay, that's fine. This is bad. This is bad. Even for us. I don't mind you asking. I'm not gonna say, but I don't mind you asking, certainly. For now, we'll leave it at I am in my 20s. This is bad, but could be useful in the right deck. I would need to check how many insects we're actually running. Otohime, I think we already have a copy of this, and it is still bad, because it is still a spirit monster. Bad. Could be worse, but is bad. I think we have a bunch of copies of this card, actually, but... No. No. Malkid. Fright Fur, unusable. Also unusable. Mostly just because I guarantee we're not getting things, enough of those, that specific, like, card types banished. But we did get some good stuff from that. We're absolutely including Goyo Predator. That gives us a much more accessible Synchro monster than we've had the entire run. We'd love to see it. We do actually have a decent number of 3s. Oh, including our Banisher of the Radiance. Oh, we're so including this Trident Warrior. I think it's time to start cutting the Abyssnes. I tried to cut it before at one point, and it just didn't happen for reasons. But now is the time to start getting rid of it, I think. Might as well check. We have 1 fish. I don't think any of the other types mentioned on this. Do we have aquas? Are these aquas? Oh, we have 2 aquas. But it's specifically when it's banished? No, no shot. 3 aquas, but it's specifically on banish. So again, terribly bad while we have nothing to do with that. And this doesn't even have any benefits for attributing because we don't have any high-level water monsters. So that is going to be what we've pulled there. But still, extra good usable synchro. Honestly, is going to be a shockingly good synchro for our purposes. The fact that it steals an opponent's monster makes it so much more usable. Vampire Scarlet Scourge has been an incredible card in this deck purely because it lets us take pieces off the table from other players. And that's so much better because it does it immediately, meaning they don't have as much of a window to do weird things with it. Oh, we could summon it turn 1 here. I would lose Banisher of the Radiance, but I might be fine with that, actually. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What is happening here? I could go with my original plan, or I could honestly just summon this Banisher of the Radiance. Because this Ice Jade, I must admit, I'm not super familiar with the Ice Jades. But it doesn't do anything if nothing ever makes it to the graveyard. Oh? Okay. That's bad. But, shockingly, we have counterplay. Come on now. We're gonna go to end phase. We're gonna Mad Hack. Time to see if they can do anything at all with what they're messing with now, with what they have now. Because there is a distinct possibility that we have ended their game plan for all intents and purposes. Are they also doing a Masochist run of some kind? I would believe it with the odd spread of, like, cards they put into play. I would 100% believe if this was somebody's... Like, if we were playing the Masochist deck to Masochist deck here. Okay, what do we want our next move to be? We could... Do we have a 7? I don't think we do. We only have an 8 and a 6. Are any of these guys... Eccentric Boy is a spellcaster, so that would let us utilize the Spellbook of Power, but I would rather have Jirac Iguanon. Because... it has an effect that matters, is really what it comes down to. Not in this moment, but it has an effect that could matter, and that is just as important. Part of the reason I enjoy playing this way is this is a way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! It feels, especially when you can get in a Masochist v Masochist brawl like this, it's a way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! That feels like the old playground Yu-Gi-Oh! Even though you are, like, you're still looking at the entire breadth of cards. You're still trying to, you know, ideally you would like to be doing all these complex things associated with the new game of Yu-Gi-Oh! With, like, actual real Yu-Gi-Oh! Because all of your synergies are so disparate and all of the... What is the point of this? Why are you doing this? Are you trying to end your life faster? Yeah. I think they are trying to end their life faster. I think they realize that they can't beat me and have concluded that the best way out is to die. I'm entirely willing to oblige. Who doesn't help me special anything? So I'm just gonna go to combat. No reason to drag it out. They want out. I'm down to supply. Alright. That said, that is a clean win. We fought a fair duel. Won cleanly. And so we have earned another master pack. Okay, we're supposed to have an SR in here. In my experience, that's been pretty neutral. This is not good. Mostly because a lot of the SRs are very archetype specific. Yeah, like, I can't play this. Not only do I not have a polymerization, I certainly don't have Chimera the Flying Mythical Beast. No Blue Eyes. That seems more playable than some cards that I have. It could do it could do something, and it's at minimum at 1800 meter. I have none of those. That does nothing. Because I don't have any... I'll check if it's a better beater than some of the stuff I'm running. But it doesn't do anything. I would place it below the Sword Soul of Taya by that metric. The Sylvan... and this... Excavate single card. That's bad. Oh! A Link monster! Thinking... I'll include it in the deck. Reproducus is not really a card that is great. Certainly. It has its uses, but those are mostly in, like, YouTube clickbait combos. Oh, I forgot to open the legacy packs again. So let's go see what's in the legacy packs before committing to many changes. Kaiser Force Raider, love it. That's a 5 that I can special. It's a card that I can special, therefore it makes the cut. Technically removal. we've honestly been seeing a surprising amount of, like, the Cyber Dark combo decks. This does very funny things to them. No. I don't have any level 2 or lower normal monsters, and I'm really not planning on getting any. Okay, so we got 1 good card, 3 bad cards. That's a great rate. If I were getting 1 good card for every 3 bad cards all the time, then I would be a very, very happy man. But yeah, Reproducus is not really a card that, like, is for us. It can be used to our advantage. Certain of our cards do care about types or attributes, but in general, it's not going to see a lot of use here. Especially because its attack is so low. So it's not gonna... The advantage of the card is not going to be as there much for us. Alright, great to hear. I think we're going to cut... Oh. Better than Abyss Nose. I think some of the next cards on the chopping block, just trying to go ahead and think through this before we have to commit. And while we're waiting for your 3 minutes. I'm absolutely willing to sit here and wait for 3 minutes. I think some of the next cards on our chopping block are like probably Worm, Tentacles, and Element Saber Mallow. Like, we're starting to cut down. We're in a position where we can start to cut down on the cards that we are playing purely for a high attack value. Though actually, in terms of cards we're playing purely for a attack value, we can continue to improve on those. In fact, I think by that logic, probably both of these guys make it in place of those guys that I was just looking at. It does look like we aren't ever going to be able to do Sword Soul of Taya's effect. At least not our first effect. No, not the second effect either, because we still don't have any... We're not going to be able to activate her effects, but again, 1800 body is an 1800 body. We haven't quite hit a point where we can just ignore that. Wonderful, wonderful. Alright. Is this your first time installing Master Duel not NC0, or how much experience do you have with this game? Out of curiosity. Months? Totally fine with me. Yeah. Do you have anything you're trying to show off? Should I be extending the duel time at all, or are you good with the regular time? Alright. In that case, we will make this a private room. Oh, it's been a hot minute since I've had to do that. We're just gonna create room. Alright. Room ID is 78571. Room ID is 78571. Okay. As I said, I'm not playing. I'm probably not doing a whole lot of Master Duel tomorrow. But if you wanted to swing by, we could maybe get around in at the start and the end. And we would love to have you regardless, even if whatever participation level you are comfortable with, we'd love to have you around. But let me know if you need me to throw up the room number again. I am not going to be available at 5. I don't know what 5 is your time, but I'm doing this on. For me, I'm doing this on evenings after I get out of work, and so my streams have been. I have one that I've been doing regularly from. Okay, that's conveniently that's where I am too. I have one that so I've been doing a stream 8 to midnight. On Mondays, and then I've been doing one from 10 to midnight on Wednesdays. This is something of a bonus stream, just because I had some free time this evening, and so I thought I'd hop on, get some progress on this Master Duel on this Masochist run going. But this is not a tied down time. How much are you looking to play, friend? I would rather just stick to the 8 o'clock time and run with you just at the start there. In the meantime, if we're not gonna, while we're talking through this, if we're not gonna be running tonight, I'll go ahead and hop into another round. Regardless whether we manage to play, we are glad to see you here. But yeah, I'm totally comfortable. If you wanted to hop in like at 8, and we could, I would be totally comfortable with that. If you wanted, just let me know. If you want to find us more regular, if you want to keep up with us more regularly, you can also, on top of finding us just here on Twitch, I also have a Discord. You can find that pinned in the comments, in the chat. That'll let you know when, in addition to the regular gaming we do, that'll let you know when we're doing bonus streams like these. Hello! currently, you're looking at a Yu-Gi-Oh! Masochist run. So if you're not familiar, so we are playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and we are doing a just love to suffer. For certain definitions of the term, of course. Honestly, tonight has no. I'm not that bad. I promise, I'm not that bad. This is a deliberate decision on my part to some extent. What is it? Threatening to let me special? Oh no, we're not summoning that now. No, sorry. No Reprodocus on a random board. I figure we just... Probably good for us to get some damage while we can. This isn't gonna last long. Okay. Yup. Okay, and at that rate, we're not getting in with the other guy, so we might as well pass. Yeah, this is a Masochist run. We're only, like, 6 wins in. So everything is still very much bare bones, like what is something that has high attack. Yeah, no, I didn't claim to understand what it is that they had thrown at me, just that it was something I couldn't do anything about. What is it they used? Oh, just desserts? Are they trying to burn me? I think I'm getting burned out here, gang. Okay. Let's go for Adamantipator Researcher. That does give us access to Goyo Predator, but it's not actually got a high enough attack to let us get over the Bahama? Adamantipator Researcher is a great card. The problem is like a whole lot of it, like, one of the things you discover very quickly doing a Masochist run is how much, oh my dear, they really are looking to burn me out. Oh! I just got pain struck! Yeah. Adamantipator, great deck, great cards. Only so useful when you have no other rocks. I have a singular rock. I have nothing to bang it together with. Oh, sure. Here, let me hop out of this and we can... I'll give you a luck. As I said, we're like... You can see we're like 5 wins in. So it is fairly bare bones at this point. To the point of, yes, we are running this because it has 2,000 attack. Primarily, this is just what we've had thrown together. Yeah, 2K beater. Genuinely a potential threat. Lots of things, like, that's why we are managing to run Infinitrack Harvester, is because it's a 2.1k blocker. We are looking to... The cards we are looking to move to at this point are the cards that we can, like, special summon just to have special summons and, you know, build up some advantage on the board. Maryokutai is a card that I never heard of before pulling it for this. But it is a like, this thing's ginormous. It's a negate and destruction, like, that I can just normal summon? Mwah. Like, card advantage and removal at its most base level is exactly what we want here, and it's everything that cards like Maryokutai provide. Similarly, one of my favorite... cards in this so far is this card, Vampire Scarlet Scourge. This entire first half of the card doesn't matter. What we care about is that if it destroys things, it summons them to your side of the field. This is Masochist. Yes, it is. The ability for this card to summon things to your side of the field, I was fortunate enough to pull Yugioh Predator, which is, like, not only extremely accessible being a 6, but also summons your opponent's stuff to deny them the... Yeah, I know, right? I've been super pleased with it. We have some stuff that's special summonable. We have a tuner that's special summonable, which feels absurd. For all things considered, this is going very well. It's just, it is Masochist, so we're gonna suffer a bit. No, yeah, that's part of the joy of Masochist, in my opinion, is that you duel with cards you've never seen before. And you, become attached to these cards that you've never seen before and would not have cared about in a lifetime. Just because, they're all you got. Mario Kutai is a card I will probably remember for the rest of my life. No individual in their right mind in the past 20 years has cared about what Mario Kutai does. Oh. That's a special summon right off the bat. And I guess Gearfried is an 1800 meter. That's a good start. And that leaves 2 cards in my hand to use the Meteor Flare if necessary, presuming that I get a turn. I'm gonna guess that this is probably just the Cyber Stark Structure deck, which means that we do actually stand a decent chance against it, especially if we can get some momentum rolling. Because why else would they be running Brave Drive? That's just not a choice you make if you have agency cards. Oh. I might do Whip Snake over the Gearfried. Just for the effect? You'd be surprised how much, switching attack... I know, right? You'd be surprised how much, swapping things as attack and defense messes with the effectiveness of cards. We're gonna do this, and all of a sudden, we're gonna be swinging for way more damage than we have any right to. Alright. We've established a board. That's all we could ask for. This one requires that you... while your opponent has more than 3,000. Okay, that's the worst requirement ever. But it does mean we have lethal on board next turn. No? What are you targeting? Okay, that's a fair call. Does not matter. I'm going to miss the Whip Snake, but ultimately a fairly ephemeral thing. They've done a good job making the best of this starter structure deck. They've managed to claw back the advantage that I took from them, but unfortunately I have more cards in hand than them, and I hate to say better quality of card, because that feels extremely wrong when we're doing Masochist? But mine is bigger than yours. Okay, it's gonna be 2,000 damage. I expect them to put something on the field this turn. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm expecting them to play some card. Okay? No, we're gonna save that just a little longer. Because I would... This is a really bad card. Honestly, I didn't know this was an effect that they allowed on Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like, add a monster from their hand to your hand? This sounds like a theft charge in the making. Like, who okayed that? 100 short of lethal here, which is a little unfortunate. However, this is also our last chance to resolve Meteor Flare, I think, before their hand size gets too large. Or before their life points get too low. Sure. Another Brave Drive that's not gonna help unless they already have a Cyberse monster in hand. We'll find out, I suppose. Final stretch, gang. Can we make this happen? Okay, they're gonna give it a go. What did they get rid of? Oh, sure. Huh. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. I can respect wanting to go out on your own terms. But that is a fair and respectable win for us. Ooh, 2 legacy tickets. It's kind of interesting sometimes. Because the legacy packs are pulling from an older era of Yu-Gi-Oh design for the most part. I sometimes see a higher hit rate on legacy packs than I do the master packs in terms of just like usable cards. I've never heard of this in my life. What is this? Okay. Okay. I feel like this doesn't do anything, but it's certainly a card. It's certainly a card, and I can make it. So it's going in the deck. I don't think it does anything once it's there, but it does do something. Well, that would be incredible if I had anything to do with it. Well, hold on. This only requires I have a level 5 or higher reptile monster. And I might. Okay, that does nothing. It's an effectless monster for our intents and purposes. Doubtful that a 2300. Also, well, it does have a special summon condition, doesn't it? It does have a special summon condition, and I do have some spells and traps. That might be worth playing, team. Okay. That is a card. Don't think it's good, but it's a card. What? This is the worst tuner. This is a tuner with a downside. I suppose the idea is... Actually, no, I do see it. The play pattern of this is... You set it. You let your opponent run into it. And because it survives the battle, you can use it on your following turn. That's such ancient design philosophy, but it might... like, if Reptia Egg is something we're comfortable playing, then that might be it. Not for us. Also not for us. We don't have level 1 dragons. Hold. Draw a card, special summon a tuner whenever I summon a Synchronous monster. That could be quite worth it, actually. That could be quite worthwhile. Alright, let's pop these legacy packs. We're gonna skip because I hate for just doing it for just 2 cards. Hey! Special summonable monster that's going straight in the deck. The rest of these don't matter. They're useless. Never mind. That's a level 2 tuner with 2100 defense. That's also going in the deck, I think. Okay. So that's obviously going in the deck. What else are we... Yeah? Tell me more. That's obviously going in the deck. The first time I did a Masochist run, Miss Morgan's servant can tell you, I pulled a Baron de Fleur. And so all of a sudden, like, for a Masochist run, all of a sudden, if you have a Baron de Fleur in your deck, your strategy is Baron de Fleur. The amount of things Baron de Fleur beats is absurd. Let's see what we're looking at here. What are we cutting? I think we're starting to cut some of these things that are just here for... We can cut Prominence Hand. we can cut Tam Tam. I think we cut Fabled Marcosia. Yeah, I like that. I think I like. Oh, we need to. I want Arrive in Light. I have an instinct. I think Arrive in Light. If and when we can get special summons rolling, I think Arrive in Light is going to be a winner. Yeah, I really like the way this deck is building. It is coming together remarkably nicely for what it is. So, we're gonna run with it. We're gonna save, we're gonna go in, we're gonna kick some butts with this deck. More so than before, at least. Which, you know, Masochist, but, you know, we're gonna kick some butts with this deck. Come now. Cooperate. You had a full wind-up engine? Well, small, but... Yo! That rocks! Dark Rebel is the one that blows up the board, right? I remember it being one of those that just like, oh, game crash. Let's try again. I remember it being one of those that was like, oh yeah, blow up the board. It was bad in the context that I saw it in because, like, it was supposed to be a proper deck. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Hey, if you can make a deck, if like, you can make a deck work. Like, having a Zen mains or something. Oh, okay, I understand now. Makes sense. Yeah. If you can get a Zen mains or something going, though, yeah, I totally understand. You have won the game at that point. Alright. Not totally sure where we're going here. But we've at least set something up. And if I can get a... You know what? Fair enough. Even so, like, those were busted for a reason. So rude. Sure. Why'd the troll end up in their grave? What'd they do? When did they troll? Why are they crashing this? What? No? Okay, sure. Sure. honestly a totally recoverable game. Rainbow Zoo? You're gonna have to tell me more about that one. I'm not familiar with that card. Yeah. Let's see here. Rainbow Zoo. Whoa. And so if you, of course, have a much smaller extra, then that's really good for you. Haha. Yeah, of course. Because you don't have a whole lot you're actually going to manage to summon anyway. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense and is really funny. That's really excellent. Where are you going from here, bub? Utopia Double. Sure. Guaranteed enough to kill me. Why? Oh, right. Yikes. A little bit destroyed, but that's fine. It's gonna happen. We have little control over such things. We just gotta accept the losses and move on. No point in mulling over losses when you're gonna be losing a ton anyway. What? I'm gonna win. We can absolutely go for our new Xyz friend. Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff right there. That's the good stuff right there. Chaos Sorcerer is the kind of card that, like, I'm surprised they haven't given a proper retrain yet. Because while it's not playable in this day and age, it's the sort of card that feels like it should be, you know? It, like, removes things from the field. It's got a body. The summoning condition is easy as pie. The only thing it doesn't do is it doesn't extend. Well, and I suppose you do have to have stuff in your graveyard for it to start in the first place, but you know. It is the sort of card that with a retrain could absolutely become a real thing again. I suppose that's kind of what Chaos Dragon is, if you think about it. Oh yeah, we're getting comboed into the sun today, boys. But yeah, like, I suppose that's what Chaos Dragon is. Why are they... I'm asking too many questions. I'm sure. Spellcast using yard? No. I think we're probably conceding this one. Yeah, I don't see a need to play this out. There's no way we're getting back advantage here. They're too big, and they actually have, like, negates available to them. Even if we did, like, start to make a comeback, they would have something to deal with our cards as soon as we got into it. Ah! How come everybody's having such bad connection tonight? Second, sure. Okay. Okay. We have plays here. We can, at minimum, make our 8th. The Avenging Knight Parshath. Which Avenging Knight Parshath is fine at best, but we're satisfied. But, like, most cards don't have attack and defense that can beat over, like, that a card like Parshath can't beat over. Usually they'll have one of the two. And so if we can use Parshath... Wait, hold on. Parshath requires a light for the... Nah, it requires a light for the non-tuner, so we can't do Parshath. And we can't get Penguin Squire low enough that we can do... a Goyo Predator off him. Not that Goyo would do much against Riclea anyway. Riclea? Riclea. How is this supposed to be pronounced? This is such a name. Her sword's also real weird. If we can draw a light monster, Parshath can still be our out, I think. but I don't know if we're gonna get a chance. Okay. Sure. We're in low ranks. I'm willing to let them go through their combo at least. Especially when there is a chance that we can at least put up some token resistance to it later down the line. They don't actually control him as an enemy. Huh. Huh. No, I want to see your sword. I didn't realize that was a sword until I saw this little guy. I kind of assumed it was a scythe. Because it's just the weirdest way to do the sword. Is to, like, hold the sword. Gorgeous foil. Does make it so like the art is illegible, but that's expected. Okay. I assume there's more happening this turn. No? Okay, what's the quick effect here? Oh. I assume they have a trap in here. No, that's a separate effect. Okay, so we don't stand a chance here. Because as soon as we do anything, it just deals Diabell Star Vengeance it. Oh, also I can't use Penguin Square for any of my synchros anyway. Ah! That's rough. None of these are spellcasters. I think we just concede. No point in dragging it out if we just aren't going to be able to do anything with it. Might need to... Well, it's still a free synchro. You got Seal of Orichalcos? Why? I suppose it... You were running your Seal of Orichalcos? Or do you just have it? No! Thank you for the follow! I really appreciate it. Good. It's only right. It is only right to run the Seal of Orichalcos. If you have the option. Most people are just cowards. But let's see what we can do here. Not a whole lot. We can set set this Keeper of the Shrine. No spellcasters to be able to, like, chain out this Archfiend Commander. And I would, like... Like, what I can do is, regardless, I can summon the Archfiend, Eater of Nefarious this next turn. What is now this turn, and see what my actual options to do with it are. Is that... No, it's not. But I would rather be doing that anyway, I think. Oh my dear. You're just running every, like, quote-unquote combat trick you could get away with. Which, honestly, respect. You can see I'm running Spellbook of Power. So, like, I can't exactly complain. Yeah, give me your Shadow Mist. It means we're probably getting comboed out next turn, but in the meantime... Yeah, big monster, big damage. I totally understand. It's a reasonable line of thought. I mean, I could do Reaper Docus. I'm not going to, because I kind of want to keep the Shadow Mist on field, just so that they don't have it. Like, they got Vion. Hey! How you doing? Right now we are just chilling and waiting to see what this hero player does. They had a bit of a slow start. They let us steal their Shadow Mist. Well, let is a strong word, but we stole their Shadow Mist. Okay, now they're going all the way off. So barring some good luck, we have probably lost the game from here. Yeah? So they're doing, like, classical hero stuff. Oh, and we're dead here. Okay, cool. We are totally satisfied with this outcome. Like, I'm not gonna pretend it's my favorite, but like, we're gonna lose a lot. That's how Masochist works. Yup. Next. Right. On to the next. We did hit Silver 1 last season. I think, if I remember correctly. But I'm also in the camp of, if we win off at DC, we don't get, it doesn't count unless they played cards first. If they played cards and then DC'd, like, we count that as a win that we earned. Or at least close enough. If the duel starts and they just never get to play, that's hardly a real duel. Do I have anything I can make here? No. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna we're not in our room right now. We can do that after this one if you're still in a duel. Odds are good that we'll get our... Oh, yeah, for sure. We're getting our tail beat. I don't know what Raid Raptors do. I don't expect to find out. That doesn't change the fact that they're going to kill us. Probably? We're alive? I kind of expected them to combo off for 5 minutes. What happened? Okay. Well, we're not just gonna let them. They're... Yeah, but they, like... Yeah, normally they put up a giant, like, unkillable towers and that's the end of it. At least for a deck like mine. Okay. We'll get there, we'll deal with that when we get there. Right now, I'm trying to kill a Raid Raptor player. Probably should have defense moded that, but oh well. Like, I would normally expect like a 5-10 minute combo ending in a towers you can't kill. But this is not that. What is happening here? Totally just not. Okay, now they're comboing off. This is probably game here. Because I'm not afraid of them putting up 1 towers. I fully expect them to put up like 3. Because 1 is never enough for these people. It's gotta be like... If they're gonna combo off, they gotta combo off so hard that, like... You don't remember what you were doing the day before. I'm not certain this player's registered that I took their Soaring Lanius. I really don't think they care. By that logic, just about everything except some of the most recent stuff is old. Are we prepared to call stuff like Heck, I'm losing my words now. Are we ready to call stuff like the DML stuff old? That's a year or two ago, old now. Okay, why can't I kill this? I don't actually see a reason I can't kill these things. Ah, that's why I can't kill those things. Well, I can at least hit them for damage. Well, is there no space between new and old? Can there not just be, like, normal age? I don't know, normal age thing sounds wrong. What is the middle age dex? What's the most middle-aged deck? Surely not, really? Huh. That's more recently than I thought. Hey! I'm still here. I'll be long once this duel's done. Huh. Is it still the same as it was before? Surely you can kill me. Right? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I'll join once this round is done. But it seems like my opponent is taking their sweet time. Why are we doing this? Oh, why does this not have a once per turn on it whatsoever? Who said that was okay? Oh, yeah. Surely you can kill me from here. Yeah, no, you have lethal on board. Uh-huh. Excuse me. Arc V was 11 years ago? Wild. I'm not ready for that to be that old. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not ready for that to be that old. Like, yeah, no, that's still supposed to be the new one. Thank goodness, it's finally gonna end it. I know, right? You, like, played a game that lasted longer than 3 turns. Alright. Not NC0, you still got that room up. I'm down to duel you for one. Fair enough. No, let me disband this room. Apparently, still had it just sitting open. No. Hello. Alright. So what is it you want to show me, .NC0? Hello. Hey, for anybody who's new, for the record, I've discovered that I have actually discovered that my prior commitment on Sunday night is no longer a concern. Ooh, yes, it is me. This is my alt account because like it's easier to do a Masochist account if all you have to look at is the Masochist cards. If all you have to look at is the Masochist cards, then your decisions are relatively easy. If not, then you start to run into just a bunch of weird issues. Alright, we're gonna go with this. Easy enough line. It's so good to be able to just, with 2 force in hand, make something that actually matters on the field. That was not a capability this deck had before this stupid, weird pendulum Xyz monster. Like, stupid, weird Xyz monster. And I'm gonna be honest, I can get behind, I, like, understand pendulum monsters. I can deal with them. What's the call? What's going on with this play here? Interesting. Uh-huh. Okay. Interesting. Okay. This should be fine. Ooh, that actually... That's good to know. And good to have. No other machine monsters to speak of. Yep. No card for the Trident Warrior, but we do have combat. Oh, or we don't. That's fine too. Passing right along to the turn now. Now, what are you going to make of this twin-headed behemoth? Because I presume you've got something following it up. Yeah, let's go ahead and activate. What now, my friend? What effect is it? Oh, no, I don't care. I was about to say, that would not be a very good attack, I don't think. Unless you have something in your hand to mess with it. Alright. That's a card I can play. With that in hand... No. We're gonna set that. Penguin Squire. Yes, we're gonna reduce it by 1. We're gonna activate that in order to flip this. And then... Does that not let us... Are both of these tuners? Oh, right, Penguin Squire's the thing. Okay, that's fine. Still plenty of attack points to go to battle with. Nope. Alright, my friend. I hope you have a board wipe somewhere in there. I will also say, this is probably the best this deck has performed in quite a while. It really feels like the various little things that I've been doing to it have come together here. It does. It looks crazy. It's not. But it looks like it's doing things, which is itself kind of crazy. Okay, game, let me draw. There we go. Speaking of cards you would never play, given a choice. Like... Yeah? Could I? No. That wouldn't do anything meaningful. Blue Eyes would be great for you. The problem is also just, keeping the things on the field to actually make use of it. As soon as I can start taking out 2 of your guys a turn, just normal summoning Blue Eyes becomes a bit of a problem. If you have a way to, if you have like a Silver Scry or something, then it becomes a threat. But it's the same sort of principles we're talking about with the Masochist deck itself, right? You're looking for things that speed you up. You're looking for things that let you get rid of opponents' problems. And in the case of decks like these that aren't as fast, you need ways to hold off your opponent's oncoming stuff. This is the funniest card in this, still the funniest card in this deck. Every time I look at it, I wonder how it got through, like, any manner of QA. Alright. Good game, my friend. I respect it. Have you modified that deck off of the Power of Blue Eyes starter? And did you want to try and go again, or did you want to call it there? Up to you. Alright. Let's hit this again. Another question you could ask is how many gems you have on the account. A lot of this, like, there are some bundles you can pick up in the shop that give you a ton of value for what they are. Like, just free copies of extremely valuable cards. But tell you what, we will do this best 2 out of 3. So I'm 1 up. We'll do it best 2 out of 3, and then we will move on from the moment. Question for you, or a thought for future reference. If you're planning on blowing up my monster, you probably don't need to also stop me from attacking. So in which case, you can actually hold the card for protecting your field until a later point when you really need it. But we persist. We'll go ahead and activate. I have little reason not to. Technically, I could draw the Magician of Dark Illusion again, but that's not super likely, and so it's not really worth playing around. Yep. Let's see if we can get something with a little bit higher attack value. Oh no, but that'll do it. Yeah. Yep. Yep. All right. What you gonna do with it? Okay. Little reason not to set this. I love it throwing up the usage rate for a card that no one in their life has ever played. But let's go to end phase and let's make things happen, shall we? Come here. No. I kind of want to hold. Yugioh does pop a Mirror Jade, doesn't it? Oh, no, I can't. Oh well, that's fine. That was a mistake on my part. I forgot that it couldn't be, it had to be an attack position thing. Or a face-up thing. But we'll be fine. We have plenty of other viable cards to play. No. True. Anything to make branded players sweat just a little bit. They deserve it. I don't think they're actually unbranded. I think they are on straight up the Blue Eyes White Dragon starter deck. I think that's what this is. At which point, it's not shameful to any by any stretch. Oh, your opponent? Oh yeah, no. Your opponent struggling against branded is rough. Or struggling while playing branded is rough. There were several, there were several times when I was playing, my older Masochist deck, that I would run into, like, Yugioh players. That gives you a sense of when I was doing it, too. And Yugioh, turns out, if your monsters aren't good to attack, or aren't good to attack with, then, like, they kind of just sit there until you can do something with them. By the way, thank you so much for the duels, not NC0. Would love to play with you again sometime. Or if you need, or if you want to take a look at your deck and see what we can do with it, I'd love to do that too. As I said, if you have some gems, or if you've earned some gems in game, I would take a look at some of these specials, specifically like these. Free Ghost Bell, free Ghost Ogre, like a free Imperm and triple tack, and like I would get every single one of these if you can. They are so useful just as starting places for people trying to build up a new account. But in the meantime, back to the bronze duels. Blistering bolt crashing upon the earth. Once again, a name that sounds vaguely like just ever so vaguely sexual. Icy Edge Wedded is worse. Boy. I wonder if my opponent could do anything if I put a Macrocosmos on the field. Good luck, opponent. Yeah, this is my secret trump card. I have a Macrocosmos. Excuse me. Oh, there you go. That's how you stop a Macrocosmos. Negate it. There is something so quintessentially Yu-Gi-Oh! About the necessity of Fabled Warrior. Wait, is this Fiendsmith Live Twin? That's kind of cool. But I think you were supposed to do the Live Twin stuff before you did the Fabled stuff. Before you did the Fiendsmith stuff. Right? Am I crazy? While we're sitting through this, I figured I would take the time to point out. Thank you so much to everybody who's followed this stream. Thanks to all of your support, we've managed to hit our first follower goal. Because frankly, I started this not really expecting a whole lot, and it is nice to think that I might actually be able to get somewhere doing this at some point. But if you want like alerts whenever we go online, whenever I'm doing anything, the Discord is, as ever, is pinned in the chat, or you can find it in my description. We're gonna be doing we're going to be playing Blueprints tomorrow, from 8 to 12 EST. And we're currently about midway through that game. It's a very fascinating game. I've quite enjoyed it, even though it's good. It's had its flaws. And then on Wednesday night, 10 to 12 EST, we're playing a little game called Malice. For those of you not familiar, Malice is a smaller. It is a smaller game, and you've won the game. You can just lacrimate. Anyway, it's a little roguelike deck builder. It is Demon and Exorcist theme. You're playing as an exorcist casting out demons. And the game is about how, like, your story of doing that. I found it very neat. So if you want to see us play that sometime. No. Not Malice as in Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, okay. No, I've never actually touched Malice. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype is, I don't know, it's just a... Part of the reason that I enjoy doing Masochist so much. Also, why am I alive? Hold on, how can I trigger this so they can kill me? Anyway, part part of the reason I enjoy doing it this way, doing Yu-Gi-Oh this way, is because I get to engage in it and learn about it without having to learn a bunch of combos. Like, I have a broad understanding of Yu-Gi-Oh, and I do actually kind of enjoy that it has become this fast-paced combo, like, interact all the time on every player's turn sort of experience. I've just never taken the time to learn it. Oh, thank goodness. And so this has been a very nice way to get back into the game and to sort of understand what is going on, like duel to duel and deck to deck, because you run into a lot of just weird decks like this, and you can learn something about what they're doing and if that looks interesting. Yeah. As with most nights that I end up streaming, for the record, we're planning on going for about another hour here. This is an interesting hand. They're going first, so I am going to get the Elder. And I think I'm probably going for Chainmaster? Predictable. Or at least, like, an understandable deck. I'm kind of surprised anybody's still playing this. My understanding was it was kind of starting to fall out of relevance. Like, even when I was playing last. So I'm a little surprised to see it here. Alright. This looks good. This looks manageable. There's a very nice thing about this kind of deck, which is that, while the deck's... Oh, never mind. We've lost. It's at least understandable, was what I was going to say. But I see they've also put lethal on board. They put 2 negates up. Okay. Let's at least start trying to chase those out. I'm not expecting to win this duel, but we are in the shocking position of being able to put up some kind of resistance. Like, we're not just gonna bend over and die. I'm gonna get to kill a thing, fight some things, make them work for it, at least a little bit. After all that, he let it resolve? Huh. battle. Oh, he negated the monster. Sure. Does that actually only work on monsters? Yeah, it does. No. We don't want to chain to that because it's going to summon our magician too early. Okay, we're going to chain this. It existing on the battlefield doesn't matter so much as it letting us... Oh, he's chain blocked. No! Oh! We're still not in an absolute zero. We're at a mostly zero, though. I'm always amazed that that Sword Soul token is a tuner. Okay. We've gotten back to Yugioh. Get to the end of my life. Perfect. Well, another totally understandable loss. Why do I have a notice here? Oh. What did I get? Ah. Neat. Ultimately irrelevant, but neat. No, that's not anything. Always gotta do the math whenever you have a tuner in hand with this sort of deck, just because you genuinely don't know what you might have. Oh, 3-6. I might go all the way to... Huh. Well, the fact that I didn't play any monsters is annoying, because it means that I can't do what I wanted to do. Instead, I think we're just going to play something that hits people. Oh? Sure. That turns on... Does that actually turn on any of their face-up cards, at least? I think it probably turns on some of their face-down cards. Set that. Get ready to go. Because they really need something summonable. Because they're not at a place where they can actually do anything yet. So I think we go for the least valuable of our guys. Get Diderot out there. Dead Araton. Ooze Man. Our Ooze Lord. Just start swinging in. He can't do anything about us yet. The unfortunate fact of the matter is he's not going to be able to do anything about us until he draws better. Because he hasn't. He has apparently just entirely managed to brick, which is a little surprising. I suspect I say suspect. I hope he has something now. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, no, you can summon that. I'm aware this is effectively going to let him go all the way off. Because he can get the new maiden or whatever it is. But I can't really stop him either, so you get what you get. We're gonna... Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. White Sun. Force me to be the one who caused the Smite of Mines. I understand. Huh? You know, you were talking about having some attack boosting effects in your deck, Yaknarak, and I'm wishing I had one now. Because I could actually get over this Blue Eyes if I had something like that. Even just like 200 attack points, I could swap into defense and I would have them. Back. Yeah. Instead, we're activating it defensively. Which I suppose we would be anyway, but still, doesn't feel great. Do I have anything I can do about this? Yeah. I guess we're passing. I mean, it is the... I am currently Bronze 2. We have not made progress in a moment. We were starting to make progress against this Blue Eyes player who bricked. Ooh, no. Where are you at? Ooh. I may also not be conceding as quickly as you are when things go really south. Oh, did ya? Capital U, eh? Do tell, do tell. Okay. That seems unnecessary. We're gone. I wonder if Pendulum Summoning might genuinely be a thing this deck could do. If I have regular access to Degaraton. It's not out of the question. Wait, why can't I activate it? If I could get a good board, that would be nice. Or, if I can make True Light happen. They wouldn't activate it if they didn't think they had this unlocked. No way. That's wild. Like Insector Wasp? Or like the Battle Bugs? There you go. Now you're cooking. I have a remarkable density of sub-terror cards that are all unplayable because they don't have a good usable sub-terror. Come now. Let this happen. Ooh. It's just the nature of these sorts of things. And to be clear, by a decent number, I mean 2. Four. Was... What? Oh, are you trying to go? Is he trying? I think he's trying to go for lethal. Well. I'll concede after he... Oh, he just chose not to make a second attack. But yeah, I'll go ahead and concede this. I don't think there's a way to turn this around in a way that makes sense. Hello! That's so funny. Okay. So we can definitely summon this. Yeah. Don't worry, I fixed the Discord notification so it now actually properly pings people. So hopefully that will be less of a problem in the future. That's nothing. Let me view. 8, 6. We can still do the 6. I am losing pretty badly, but that's fine. It's expected. Let's fuse. Ooh, let's just do. Oh. That could actually save a. That could actually save my Archfiend Commander. Okay. Wait, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Oh, it changes it to defense position. Okay, we're not gonna do it before battle then. Let's kill that. Just to kill things. Yes. Get that back in rotation. No point in giving them another sugar. It's just unnecessary. So we'll... No. Defense position. Yeah. You would think. A lot of decks can run that timer up. A lot of decks actually have the power to run that timer up. Especially if any thinking is involved in making the plays. Sure. Might as well. commander is the closest thing to a destructive piece I have right now, so I'm trying to preserve it for as long as I can. I think I need to have a level 1 Dragon Monster in my deck for it to let me activate this Arriving Light. That's annoying. I might slot one in just to be able to do that. Yeah, you are. I need to get out of this match. But I haven't... Wait, hold on. I have, haven't I? Yes! Yeah. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Go. Kill me. Yep. Ah, okay. Good, I'm finally out of this. It's good to play those out sometimes, in my opinion, just so that you can learn more about your deck and what it's doing. Our deck is not very good, but getting a sense of how the deck might at least try to deal with such problems, it can be really valuable experience when you're facing things that actually, like, you do stand a chance at. But here we go, on to this one. Ooh, this... That's not good. Don't love seeing both of those in the starter. Okay! Sure. Why have we done this? What's the play here? Okay. What is your goal? Are you gonna, like, Psychic End Punisher me? Why are you doing this to yourself? Yeah, let's get bodies on the board. Doesn't even matter what they are, we just want bodies. Come on now. Perfect. Alright. Killing yourself, sure. Here we go. Bronze 1. Onwards and upwards. Bone Mouse. And Reaper of the Cards. That's a funny one. That's a funny one. I could theoretically actually run that. Alright. Let's pop our pack. 1 pack, please. Hello! We are doing a Master Duel Masochist run. Thank you. Honestly, I think we're doing really well. Thank you for asking. That's reasonable. Pendulum Call. Don't have magicians. Oh! Not an unreasonable card, honestly. Miracle Fusion doesn't matter here. So, usually I have been streaming Monday and Wednesday nights. Monday from 8 to 12, we've been doing Blueprints. And on Wednesdays, we've been trying a little game called Malice. M-A-L-Y-S. It's a roguelike deck builder. That has been very interesting, honestly. It's a good card, for sure, but it's not for us. Like so many other things. But, I might actually, if there's interest in me doing this Masochist more frequently, I might actually go to doing this on Sunday nights more regularly. I've been doing this for a bit over a month. I think I started about the beginning of November. Ooh. It's been nice. Even just as something to just kind of hang out and do. It's a lot of fun to get on and talk to people and play games where people can see. Because I just enjoy having people... I enjoy playing for an audience, I suppose. Oh, True Draco Heritage. If I had more True Dracos, that would rock. Do we have any... No legacy packs. Okay. Let's take a look at our deck here and see what we might do. Yeah. I know plenty of reasonable graphic designers. Just not in this game. Okay, we really don't have any magician. Yeah, no. Okay. What do we even have pendulum-wise? That's a question I probably should have asked sooner. Okay, we picked up a Magister of Endymion somewhere. No. I do have Nirvana High Paladin. I could theoretically combo Nirvana High Paladin and Diadaron. That would be a way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I think the most reasonable of these is the Endymion. I don't think Diadaron on its own is enough to warrant starting to run more pendulums, though. Let's take a look at what else we have. The Cleef's End. I don't think is worth it. It's just an 1800 beater. Plunder Patrol and Goatee Chain. This is also fairly specific. Watt Pheasant is the only card I'm considering here, and that's just because it's weird. Is it weird enough and an interesting enough way to warrant a slot, though? Actually, hold on. Do I have other tuners? Yeah. Okay, I have Tank Grub. But Tank Grub's not good here. No. It's also bad. And these are starter deck stuff. So we can't use that. Let's also take a look for a level 1 dragon. Because apparently I need a level 1 dragon to use Arrive in Light, which I kind of wanted to, but apparently I don't have any way to, because I don't have any level 1 dragons. So we're actually going to cut that. We'll try the Watt Pheasant. We'll try it. I don't think it's good, but it's good enough for me to find funny to try. Excellent. Alright, one more game and we can make it into silver. Ooh. Okay. This is a Hopes and Dreams hand. I hope that the sand is good enough to survive contact with the enemy. Because if I can get Scarlet Scourge or better the Cracking Dragon going, then... Like, I've only gotten the Cracking Dragon working once, but when I did, it was glorious. Looks like I might get the chance to do things. Yeah? Look at this thing. It's horrifyingly... If you could do things with it, it would be... Yeah. T-Set is honestly a great sign. I'm tempted to Scarlet Scourge just to steal it. Yeah, because that'll give me material for the Cracking Dragon. So I'm not losing tempo on material for the Kraken Dragon. Uh-oh. Mildly horrifying to discover was the T-set. Yep. Nope. Well, there's a chance they bricked. There's a chance. Not a high one. There's a chance they missed. Oh. I'll go ahead and pop this open, just to have it. Sure. Worst dust tornado. Like, they're running Wild Tornado. This can't be a good deck. Right? Huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I regret saying anything. I regret saying anything. Why did I say anything? Horrifying. So if they forget to attack, we still have a chance. Oh my dear. They're running this guy? What happened to modern Gem Knight? That this is now their end board. And it looks good too! It's not like this is an end board that can't do things. This is competent. Gem Knights are just built different. They're not even gonna kill me. I think they get their dispersion back now. Yeah. I'm just gonna concede. It ain't worth trying to fight through this. Whoa. One more time. Why did it not hit? I could have sworn it hit. We're going first. We're going first. We want to set up for whatever that means for this deck. Oh, Ouija board. Okay, what are we setting up though? Nothing good. I like Eccentric Boy less and less. Like, in theory it's helpful, but the fact that it turns off effects makes the monsters you summon with it really hard to get value out of. Another hero deck. Okay, we've lost. Once more. All right. Tell you what, we have lost to this. I'm gonna go ahead and concede. And let's see if we can get one more game in before we close up for the night. Because we are approaching our end time for the evening, unfortunately. Ooh! Love not having to decide my fate. What can this hand do? Not much. This hand would be a lot better if I had any swarming ability. Isn't it so funny that we don't even call, like, swarming now? Like, swarming decks used to be like an entire archetype of strategy. And now just like, you expect your opponent to play like 3 to 5, have like 3 to 5 monsters on their side of the field that they've played to make their effect happen, their thing happen. Okay. Well, it's just about how I suppose it's just about how the game's advanced. Because it used to be that it required like a special effort to put out that number of competent bodies, and now it just doesn't. Okay, we're really hoping for a special summonable body here. That's not what we needed. You think they might have anything? Let's try it. We're losing either way. Oh, okay. We'll go ahead and concede there. That's totally alright. We've had some real good games this evening. I will. Don't worry about it. But in the meantime, this has been so good having all of you along. Thank you for just coming and hanging out with me. I am likely, given how popular this has been, and the fact that I apparently don't have anything going on these Sunday nights anymore, I will probably try and make this a regular thing. I do enjoy doing these Masochist games, and I do am having a good time. So as long as I'm having a good time and the people watching and you people watching are having a good time, I am entirely down to keep up with it. In the meantime, of course, I have we've as has been mentioned a couple times already. We will be doing some blueprints tomorrow night. We will be starting off with that's going to be started 8 p.m. EST. We're going to start off with a couple rounds of Marvel Rivals, and then we'll hop into the game proper. If I'm doing this as a full 4-hour stream, I'll probably do the same thing here. Start with a couple rounds of Marvel Rivals, and then hop into the game proper. And then, of course, on Wednesday night we have Malice at 10 p.m. Up until this point, this has been a bonus. The Masochist games have been a bonus stream. If you want to be kept up on when other bonus streams or random events or, random updates happen, just make sure that, sorry. I entirely lost my train of thought there for a moment. If you want to be kept up on last-minute changes or events that are going to be in the way of whatever the week's streams are, the best way to do that is, of course, in the Discord. I can try to keep some stuff more updated here, but in the meantime, it's been a good night. I've enjoyed having you. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.